Hey everyone, so I'm back with a new video, finally. I know. And another thing that I know that y'all see is that there's a little something different going on up top. Trust me, we're about to get into all of that. I just had to come in and give y'all this little quick introduction because you know I had to say hey to my people first. But now we can go back from the beginning and y'all see how I got here, and I'll meet y'all back here to discuss everything in the end. So on this date of August 22nd, I was set to get my hair colored the next day. So I wanted to go ahead and give myself a cute little taper cut. And even looking back, it's crazy how thick and full my hair had grown since my big chop like 2 years ago at this point. Oh my gosh, wow, it's so beautiful and so full. Y'all probably are thinking, are you really finna cut all that? Yes, I am. Not too short, but we gonna cut it a little bit, all right? YOLO. And let's be clear, okay? I know that I've been on a hair journey. I know that I was growing my hair. I know I said all of this. But in the words of Wendy Williams, I am a woman, and therefore I'm allowed to change my mind. Thank you for that brief intermission, Gabrielle. Back to the cut. So as you can see, I didn't get to show you guys the process because this was my first time really cutting my hair significantly shorter myself since my big chop. So I could not record it. I just had to show y'all the end result. This is what I was going for. You see the angled look I was trying to achieve. Fuller at the top, getting shorter towards the bottom. And so there's that for the initial cut. Now here's a little transition video that I had posted from my Instagram. Make sure y'all are following me on Instagram at gabriellejanay. But this is how the color turned out. I got it professionally done by my beautician who used to straighten my hair throughout high school. Shout out to Miss Whitney. I'll have her information linked down in the description below if you're located in the Lawrenceville, Georgia area. I must say that even though red wasn't the initial color I was going for, I definitely enjoyed my redhead era. And I did want to make sure that I documented the experience of the day that I went and got this taper cut. So you're about to see that right here. Hey y'all, so it is, what's the date? I got two phones, one for the plug and one for the love. Nope, I'm just playing. It's probably not even the lyrics. But it is 12:06 and it is October 3rd. It's a Monday, right? October 3rd, 2022. Why I'm going into the specifics of the day, I don't know, but I just feel like this might be significant because I'm about to make an impulsive decision. Not really impulsive because it's something I've been wanting to do anyway, but I didn't plan on it today, but just a feeling that I'm having. I'm like, you know what? I think we might as well go ahead and do it, Gabrielle. Why not? You know what I'm saying? YOLO. I might have already mentioned this or not, but I feel like it's best that I go ahead and put this sequence into this entire video of, you know, just changing my hair and coloring it, because from what y'all see, I got my hair colored. I got my hair colored over a month ago at this point on August 23rd or the 22nd, so it's October 3rd at this point. It's been like a little bit over a month at this point that I've just been rocking the color after, you know, giving my little tapered cut that I did myself. As you all saw, well, not exactly, but y'all saw a little snippet of it. This is just the time of me experimenting and doing some things that I've always wanted to do, but that's why it's just like, you know what, YOLO, you only live once. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. So y'all probably like, Gabrielle, stop rambling, what are you talking about? So I'm thinking about going ahead and calling up this barbershop that my sister always goes to, so I can go ahead and get this taper cut that I've been always wanting. All right, a legit cut, get me a fade and everything. I've never had one before. My sister's had one plenty of times. I'm gonna show y'all a little picture right here or right here, whichever way I put it. But my sister is absolutely beautiful, and I'm not saying that just because we're twins. She is beautiful in her own way, and she rocks the hell out of these faded looks. And I've always wanted one, but a specific look. Exactly, I've been dreaming about this for like a few years now, but I always told myself I would let my hair grow out really long and then cut it years down the line. But things don't always turn out the way you think it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it now. And I'm gonna stop rambling because I'm pretty sure that's what I'm gonna do. My hair is a mess right now, so I'm gonna go wash it so I can just have it freshly done for the barber to make it easier for him. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Shoot, it's not that big of a deal. Hair grows back. It is what it is. I'm gonna look fly. I'm gonna look cute. I hope it turns out the way I want it to. And yeah, I would say that I would take y'all in there with me, but I'm not going to, just because I don't know how this barbershop works, and I don't want to be, you know, doing too much. So I'm sorry to say that you won't be getting the full process of my hair being cut, but what you will see is a quick transformation right now. So let's take this in. I'm gonna put a few pictures of what my hair looks like right now. Y'all see that? She's real cute, and she's about to get even cuter. Change is good, y'all. Always remember that. And even though we're women, never be afraid to switch it up. Never be afraid to do little things that other people say that you shouldn't, or blah, blah, blah. I'm really excited for this, though. Like, I've been wanting to do this style, so it's just like, let's just go ahead and do it. All right, y'all, so intermission. I'm right outside the barbershop right now. I'm getting ready to go in. I'm really excited. Just giving y'all a little quick look at what my hair looks like before. She's shrunken right now because I patted her down to give her like some shape. So I didn't want to go in there looking a full mess. But I'm excited, to say the least. Like, I'm just hoping that it turns out right. I will go into detail of what I'm looking to get exactly, but y'all gonna hear about that in a second. I'm just gonna go in. We're gonna see what happens. Hopefully, God willing, it turns out the way that I want it to. And yeah, we're just gonna have fun with it. So I'll see y'all in a minute. There has been so much mentally happening with me this last half of 2022, from July on the way down. We are mid-October at this point, and you know, really close to the end of the year. But I just say all that to say that it's been a lot on my mind, and I've just been through some things. Nothing terrible, but just, let's just say I've revised my plan in terms of just how I want to go about things in my life, and not feeling hesitant to do things that I want to do just because it may not align with everything and everyone in my life around me. If I feel the maybe abrupt, but the real feeling to change something, you know, a positive change or anything good that I just want to do, just do it, Gabrielle. And don't feel like, oh, you know, I'm gonna hold off or I'm gonna wait. Like, I've been waiting with a lot of things, or planning like, oh, I'm gonna do this then, and I'm gonna grow my hair out for this amount of time, and then I'll do this little cut that I've always wanted to do. And I just had a moment where it's like, everything from the point on of July 2020 when I cut my hair onto literally exactly at 2 years, and around that exact time, some things were happening that I automatically just had a shift of feeling on what I wanted to do, and I wanted to change something. And I don't know what it is as women, but anytime that we're just wanting a cute little change in our lives, it's like we always go for our hair first. And it doesn't have to be a bad thing at all. It's really a very liberating thing, in my opinion, because hair is just, throughout time, especially as a black woman, it's been, you know, and I'm a young black girl still, I feel like. Even though I'm 20 years old and stepping into womanhood, I still feel like a baby. But I've seen and heard things enough to know the history behind, you know, just black women and our hair. And it's often viewed as our crown and glory. And that's why a lot of women, you know, deem having long hair and, you know, big full hair as the it thing and the superior thing. But I'm really trying to move away from that, because I think that it's all beautiful, but I feel like, why can't I have a cute little cut or something else, put some little color in my hair? I mean, it's all good if you want to lock it up, if you want to cut it. I feel like I'm rambling at this point, but just basically where my thought process is all hair is beautiful, especially if you are a woman of color, a woman of having texture. We can do so many different things with our hair, and I just feel like, why settle for one thing that society really has ingrained in our brains, that this is the ideal look, this is the ideal. No. If you want to have locks, if you want to do a big chop, if you want to just rock it really short in general, if you want to dye your hair all types of different colors because it makes you happy, because you just want a change, you just want to be a little vibrant, you feel a little blue one day, you feel a little red one day, do you. There's nothing wrong with it, because literally we only live one life. I don't understand why some people feel like you need to have your hair one way for the rest of your life. And the beauty of hair is that it grows back. So if I don't like something, it takes time, but it'll grow back. And so I don't know, that was just my little, not rant, but it just was on my heart. I didn't even plan on saying that just then, but it was something that was definitely on my heart, so I feel like it needed to be said. And now with that said, we can go ahead and get into the video of me discussing discussing my change and where it comes from. So as you all know, for the past 2 years since my big chop in 2020, like I mentioned previously, I have been on a hair growth journey, a healthy hair growth journey, because I've always been natural. My hair has been natural my whole life. My mom never put a perm nor a relaxer in my hair. I never had none of that stuff. But just throughout the years of putting continuous heat on it, from getting it straightened here and there, my hair was basically heat trained, I think, and it had just adapted to being straight. And so I cut it all off, and that was my purpose for my big chop. If you want to see my big chop video, it's my first video posted. Go watch it, click on my channel, subscribe. But anyway, so if you're a follower of me on Instagram, you might already know, or not, because I don't think that I've shared or posted on this that I've wanted to do this style that much. But I've always, anyone who's close to me, my mom, my sister, my granny, I've talked about doing this hairstyle and cutting my hair in this way for the longest time, thinking about how I felt like it was just so cute. I always see these women on Instagram with these beautiful cuts, these beautiful tapered type 4 coily hair cuts, and I'm like, yo, that would look so fire on me. I don't care what nobody says. Like, I can just envision it. It was just something like, oh my gosh, like I would definitely do that one day. And whether it was pictures or videos, I was always saving it. If I liked it, I saved it, because it was always giving me inspiration. So when the time came around this year where I was feeling a change and a shift within what I wanted to do with my hair, I just said, you know what, fuck it, go ahead and do what you always wanted to do. I was starting to get kind of bored with my hair growth journey anyway, because I was having insecurities of feeling like, oh, it's not growing that much anyway. It really goes day by day. Sometimes you look at it a few weeks later and you're like, dang, she's actually growing. Like, you actually are going somewhere. And then other times you know, look at other girls on Instagram, you compare like, well, we cut our hair around the same time and her hair is like this much. But I really learned, like, don't even do that. The comparing can be a very tempting thing, and why we do it, I don't know. It's human nature. But I also mention that to say, because I know there are a lot of people that come in my comments and say certain things, but little do you know, I mean, I feel the same way sometimes, but I really do have to check myself after a while. Like, Gabrielle, you good. Like, your hair growth rate is different than other people's. All right, your texture is different. You have, due to my texture being different, I can have more coarse hair, which causes it more friction with each other, which also makes me more prone to having more breakage, which also means that my hair may not grow at such a continuous fast rate as other people's. But it's completely okay, because it's my life, it's my hair, and I wouldn't take it back for anything in the world. So I'm just learning things like that. It's a continuous daily process and journey throughout life, not to compare yourself or to just be okay with what you have. It's really the simple things sometimes, I feel. Like I said, I'm just really having fun right now. I told myself, Gabrielle, we just want to have fun, we're gonna experience stuff. Oh, and also to get on the color, because I didn't even speak on the color. I had always wanted to do the cut, but color had never really been anything on my mind like that, because if you all watch my videos previously, I've often spoke about how I love jet black hair. I've dyed my hair jet black so many times, it's ridiculous. And it's honestly kind of crazy, because my hair is already naturally really dark anyway, so why I always feel the need to dye it jet black, I don't know. I think it just makes me feel better, truly. As you can see, my hair color definitely gives a red, kind of a chocolate red, definitely in the front. In the back is a little different. I guess you could say I kind of have like a slight ombre situation going around. Crazy enough, red wasn't actually not the color that I had in mind initially. I didn't plan on getting red in my hair per se. I was really wanting to go for more of like an auburn tonish brown, that's more on like the light hazily side of brown, because I love brown tones because I'm a brown girl. But we ended up having a red situation. I also know that a lot of people are going to ask me what color it is that I have in my hair specifically, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I have no idea, because my stylist, oh, shout out to Miss Whitney, my stylist, she used to do all my silk presses throughout my high school years. I went to her to do the color. I've not been to her since I cut my hair, because I haven't been getting it straightened. But I was like, you know what, I don't trust nobody else to color my hair but her, so she did it. So shout out to her. We went through so many little processes, because like I said, I was always putting jet black hair on my hair, that it was harder for her to go in, because as obviously jet black is the darkest of the dark. It's the darkest color. So to try to put a lighter color on top of that, that's where you have conflict. So she had to go in a few times with a color remover type of chemical to remove the jet black color that I had and lift it some, so that when she bleached my hair prior to putting the color on top, that we could actually get a good decent color payoff. And that's also why my hair is kind of like different in certain areas, because of the new growth that I was having that had not been dyed jet black yet. When she put the bleach on, my roots were getting lighter faster than my ends, and so my roots definitely still are lighter. So when she eventually put the dye on top and tried to get the right color, my roots turned out to be lighter than my ends, and certain areas in the back of my head are lighter than up here, because in the back certain areas had less black hair dye on it. So yeah, I just wanted to explain that for anyone who was wondering what color I got. I don't know exactly what it is. Like, if you were to ask me what brand it was, what number, the color name, I don't know. Just know that we were going for an auburny brownish type of effect, and it turned out more red, but a chocolate red, and I'm completely fine with it, because I mean, hey, I just wanted to try a different color. I wanted to do something different that I had never done before. I've never had color in my hair before, except for when I was in middle school. My mom let me get highlights in my hair, little brown highlights, but that was so long ago, and it was never a full color. So you know, it's been cute being a redhead for a good minute. You know, I'm kind of interested in dyeing it more of a brownish tone, like what I was initially going for, and that is what I did. So what you guys are seeing here is a clip after I had this is in November, by the way, so this is after I had the red for a good bit, and then I wanted to go from red to more of like a brownish, what I was going for initially. So I mixed the honey brown Adore bottle of pigmented color. I think that this is only temporary, but the permanent box dye, which is the Dark and Lovely in the shade Brown Cinnamon number 391, that's permanent, but I just wanted to mix them both together to get the best outcome and color. And really, this is just extra footage to add in here. I didn't have to, but I was like, I got it, so I'm gonna show it, and y'all see me mixing it all together like that in my Tapered brown voice. And yeah, go get that Dark and Lovely hair dye. It's the best dye out there for my women of color, period, and this is not sponsored. Just wanted to show y'all a little snippet of when I dyed my hair brown over the red. Also, for those who might be wondering, how has my hair changed since getting it dyed red? It's definitely become more dry. I definitely understand now when people are talking about when they say you need to make sure you're adding back in that hydration, that moisture, deep condition, because I don't know if it's as intense for other people as it is me. My hair is already naturally, like, it gets dry pretty quick. My hair is high porosity, so it dries out. But since dyeing my hair, it has become really kinky when it comes to detangling it. Like, my hair can be detangled, and I put the gel in it as I'm styling my hair. I already went through and detangled the heck out of it, put some gel in and try to go in for that last detangle, and it's like, it'll be like stiff, like it'll be so much like tension and just projection. Now I'm used to it at this point. I'm like, okay, that's just what the effect is now after putting color and just stripping natural pigment from my hair. It's just become a lot harder to detangle and more dry and brittle. So make sure, if you're someone who's for the first time getting color like me, do what all these good folks be saying. Make sure that you're deep conditioning more than you usually would have when you didn't have color, and make sure that you're conditioning a few minutes longer as well. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes my hair update. This is basically everything that's been going on with my hair since the last half of 2022 on down until now. I am posting this video June of 2023. I know I'm late, but better late than never. And I must say, I've absolutely loved this style on me. It's definitely been one of my favorites. Not only does it feel so liberating, but I feel beautiful. It brings out my features in my face, and I just loved it. And I'm excited for any future hairstyles that my hair journey will bring. And again, I know I say this all the time, but I just want to thank y'all so much for watching and just for supporting me, whether you come from Instagram or you've subscribed to me from seeing me here on YouTube. Thank you so much. If you came from YouTube, make sure that you now go follow me on my Instagram, because that's where it's really going on at, and my TikTok as well. It will be linked down in the description box below, so make sure you click that, go subscribe. Also make sure that y'all stay tuned for the next video and for more uploads that I have. Click that subscribe button. all that good stuff. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Mwah.